Visual live, audio live. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Hello, and welcome to our weekly D&D game for D&D 5e. This channel is Your Best Imaginary Friends, and we are currently about to start Tyranny of Dragons / Horde of the Dragon Queen, and we are in Greenest, where our so how you got there, etc. You had a party the night before for Halix's family coming to Phandalin. You had a great big party. The town came out. They welcomed them enthusiastically. You went to bed, and early in the morning, you left on Hippogriff back with an order of the winged beast who has a great interest in dragons. You then took off on, see how many of you, 5 hippogriffs and with the 8 monks, and Banchan rode on with a monk, so he's there with you. You were able to go pretty without much delay. You cut your time by several weeks. You did get to fight some air elementals with these like highly trained specialist monks, and got to see some cool moves. Let's see what else. They told you a little bit about themselves. Not much. They were pretty quiet, but you are aware that this town is thought to be the next in a series of towns to be attacked by a dragon. Not sure much else. But the main issue right now is that our cleric, really, is back in his hometown where he was accused of murder. He's sweating bullets because you went to find an inn. They're really the monks are in the town with you, but they separated pretty quickly. They said that they would see you later. Thoroughly disguised himself, I believe, just to look like a normal dwarf, and walked in. You guys walked into. No, you didn't disguise yourself at all, did you?
Cut his hair.
I don't think we did.
He cut
He
his
just
hair.
shaved a mohawk and then braided it back. And he walked in, and you guys were able to go into the town without anyone noticing you. But as you sat there, a drunk guy came over to talk to Thoroughly, and Zag immediately tried to charm him. Would have gone better had his sister not been at the bar, tending bar, and she basically came over and was like, "Get the fuck off him! What are you doing?" And you were able to ask her some questions, like, Thoroughly is still hated in his town. They have not found the murderer of Freya because they stopped looking. They pretty much everyone in this town, except for this brother and sister, believe that Thoroughly was responsible for this gruesome murder. You also learned that Freya was the lord of the area's daughter, so she's very she was very loved as a person, but also it was a big deal, and they didn't want to piss off the Lord, and boy did they. And that's where we are. Sorry, that was a lot of talking.
Oh,
That's good. Good
I needed that.
All right. I'm surprised I remembered any of it. Go ahead.
I've got one question. What makes us think this town's going to get attacked by a dragon?
That's what the monks said.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
their leader.
We're very trusting.
Yeah. Also, the leader said like he's like a dragon specialist. And this
Ooh.
whole monk order is designed for combating dragons recently. That's why they're specializing in air combat and stuff. And
I see.
their leader is like a dragon professional, and he like said, we've been tracking it, and we believe this is the next location.
The Doppler, the dragon Doppler
Yeah.
says.
Yeah.
According to the radar here, we have a potential dragon attack.
And out of character, he is a harper, and more than anything, Thorilli was asked to come down here on harper business. So, which he has not shared with anyone, but that's out of character.
Yeah. We believe we're here to help Thorilli clear his name and fight a dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Solve mystery.
Or at least let them know there's a dragon coming. They say, good luck.
Look, if we know anything about forecasts, it's going to be like a light wyvern attack, and that's it.
Yeah.
They always blow it
Always
out of
exaggerating. Those stupid weathercasters.
The dragon of the century.
Oh, it rained today. That's weird.
No, they're gonna forecast an itty bitty one, and an ancient will show up.
Yeah.
Or Tiamat herself.
You'll get 2 to 3 inches of snow. Wow, it's a ancient white dragon.
Whoops.
All right, we gotta come up. Do we have a game plan at all?
Yeah.
Guys?
Where
So-
are we right now exactly?
Right now the sister, her name is Ina. She grabbed you and said, "We cannot talk in public. Get to this. You're in one of the inn rooms.
Okay.
You are discussing. You can ask her any additional questions about how the town is going. Yeah.
Has the zone of truth worn off by now?
How long does it last?
Minutes, I think.
10, I believe, yeah.
Yeah, 10 minutes.
So looking at the zone of truth, you could tell that that Escobert, the brother, was clearly like manipulated
Under it.
by it. But
and their stories match, so we're good.
yeah. So it's probably worn off by now.
Okay.
Or ending. What would you guys like to do? All right.
Um,
I'm thinking.
I have already apologized profusely for my actions, but I'll apologize once more. We believed in coming here that everybody hated Thorilli. We were lucky to find you two and not anybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now
It sounds like you two are the only ones that that don't hate him. Is that true?
it's a good guess. We don't talk about him much, but he was always nice, Escobert. We couldn't think ill of him.
Yeah, me too.
Now I have to get back to work. We're gonna be missed, but you can stay here as long as you don't bring trouble. And thoroughly be careful. Your parents. Anyway, let me know if you need anything.
I will.
Thank you.
She kind of grabs her brother by the collar. She's, "Come on, drunkie. Come on, drunkie."
What was his
Yeah.
name? Escobar, right?
Yeah. Or you can also call him Red. He has. They're both like he has this like very matted red beard, just like beer on it, and long red hair. And hers is like tightly braided up. They're both like very redheads, and they leave.
So Thorilli, I guess we should go see your parents.
I was thinking the same thing. Family comes first.
I wasn't planning on it.
Okay.
They basically told me to leave, and that was it.
They
Well,
knew
sooner
what
or
would
later,
happen.
I'll imagine they're going to know that you're here.
I think we should
Yeah.
keep it on the download for now. From
Yeah,
what they said,
I wasn't planning on leaving today.
I think we need to find out whoever did it, and that's probably our best way to clear his name.
Right.
Probably not the best for me to be asking those questions.
Well, if you don't look like you, and Dandy's back to himself today, so maybe he can help you out in that department.
My thighs are a little sore from trying to hang on to that hippogriff for so long, but I feel
Well,
like
are you
I'm...
making him up with your thighs? So
Well,
It's a very
it's a
thigh-based
part of
activity.
it, definitely. You got to be springy to talk to people, that's for sure. But I could ask around, I suppose. Dwarves seem to like me.
oh, I meant, could you make him look like somebody else for now?
Oh, of course. Let's see.
Remember last time how well my acting went, Rona?
Oh,
Well,
just don't say
Just,
anything.
yeah, just from a visual
You,
perspective.
yeah, if you give him, I know you have some of your goddess's luck you could lend to him, I'm sure, to make Dandy's job a little easier.
I
Good.
Well,
I will cast guidance on him
Okay.
prior to him using the disguise.
Now, will
Yeah.
this last
So-
overnight? You look pretty tired from tossing those guiding bolts from a mile away in the sky.
Well,
What level is guidance?
It's a cantrip, right?
Yeah.
The cantrip.
Actually,
It's
yeah.
just
did
to give
we-
a D4 on an ability check. I don't know if you would consider it an ability check, but it's
Yeah.
doesn't cost anything. So
Yeah. Go ahead.
It's evening time right now. You want me to?
Yeah, I
put
was about
on
to
the
clarify the
disguise now?
timeline. Yeah.
what
It's
time is it?
probably like mid-afternoon, like
okay.
3-ish, 4.
And is this
I
the
can still
same
get
day
out
as the
there.
elemental fight or the day after?
The day after. So
Okay.
you should have all your stuff.
Yep. I was just misinterpreting.
Minus your charm.
Yeah. Yep. That's the only one that I have used.
Okay, so what's your facial hair situation going on right now? Really, like what do you got?
I've
What do I
still
to
got
work
the
with here?
full close crop beard.
Okay, you got any sideburns?
Yeah.
You do?
Because I only shaved like the sides of my head.
Oh, okay, all right.
So
well,
it's like full beard, but then shaved sides of the head and then the braided mohawk.
man,
It's pretty
I don't know what to do. I could add hair back to the sides of your head. I don't know what else I could. I might have a wig in here or something. Hold on, we could maybe wait. You did your own hair, so that's already disguised. Unless you want to wear some makeup, I'm not sure what else I can do for you.
Can you do anything about the color of my hair?
Well,
You also don't
Ooh.
necessarily have to turn him into a woman.
you know, I actually. Well, I will.
Hey, look.
Let's not cut off any ideas here yet. I do actually have some red dye that I could
Can't you
use. It might work for your hair.
can't you like make his nose longer or his eyebrows bushier or something to cover up?
Yeah, of course I could do
Maybe
that.
add
Yeah,
some
okay.
crow's feet under the eyes, make them look a little
Yeah.
older.
Well, sure, I could probably do that. I'll give it a go.
All right,
Can
go
I-
ahead and roll.
I'll give him like a crooked nose, like an odd, weird, not dwarvish nose.
All
Something
right.
odd that just completely throws off everything. And then, all right, disguise kit.
Yep.
And then with guidance, I will throw a guidance in there, and that's a D4, right?
Nice.
It's a
that's
D4,
huge.
yes.
Might as well. Oh, flashing.
Nice.
Who is in the room
23.
right now?
Crit.
And then
It's like I saw it
Well-
happen, but I still don't know who he is.
So really
Okay.
suddenly looks like Mrs. Doubtfire.
no, I wasn't going for theme time. I want to make it a little bit more believable. He was not pulling it off last time. So I'll just go with, like maybe like an older dwarf and who's really let his eyebrows go because I reached in the bag of holding and pulled out the handful of giant spider hair that I took off those giant spiders back when and I'm going to do that to his eyebrows. So they're just
Oh, that's
ridiculous
great.
and huge and poofy.
I think we
Yeah.
also
Probably
still have
A little
some
bit.
owl bear pelt in there.
Oh God.
Give him a toupee.
Yeah.
An owl bear.
Just like
toupee.
lick it and slap it on there.
Want to point out at this point, then we've got the dragon scales.
I'll turn you
Oh,
into a
yeah.
dragon boy.
Deck you out.
Mhm.
Okay, I am happy with this construction, I think. Unless you want to carry around a nice goblet and seem really upper class, I don't think I can help you anymore.
Oh, shouldn't we have him change or like do something about his clothes?
Have you worn the
yeah.
same clothes
Yeah.
for 50 years, Thoroughly?
I didn't have armor back then.
No, but he walked in with that outfit.
No one
Let's see.
noticed me, but
I've got a few disguises for myself, like full outfits, but they
I
are
do
for
have
my
a set of
size.
common clothes.
You could always
A
wear some
winter
of my
blanket
furs.
that I could roll around me.
Yeah.
Perhaps it might be good to dress as much like a common member of Greenest.
Thoroughly will start taking the
Blend in.
breastplate off then.
Oh, it's a dangerous game we're playing.
Oh, I don't want you to go without your armor though. Maybe you can just put something over it.
Would common clothes fit over a breastplate?
Roll an everyone roll an intelligence check.
Oh.
Oh God.
He's just a really barrel-chested.
Just toss
Yeah.
furs on it. Just you throw furs over your armor, you'll be fine.
We disguise his body.
There's no reason we can't rig something up here.
Oh crap! Where's my roll?
I like pull out the owl bear pelt and I start trying to like dry it and tan it or something. However one tans a hide.
Oh my God, you guys all like
Mhm.
so Danny and Thoroughly, as you're deciding like what you should do, you realize like maybe to blend in, all of you should look a little less like adventurers.
Damn.
If
Yeah,
you
that-
really
that-
want to
that-
get questions.
Yeah, that's fair. We do look rather fantastic.
I will
so.
change
Oh.
out of my furs.
I
I
toss
will.
my shield off and take off the breastplate.
Yeah, but do you really think we should go places without our armor? And Rona kind of just looks longingly at her agenda.
Well, maybe one of us could have armor or something and a weapon.
I'm probably not gonna take anything off because I don't think that I'm gonna blend in regardless. You know.
Yeah, we're taller
Just any, like,
humanoids.
Large armor, like the druid and the ranger and rogue would probably look pretty normal, but you two are in full like
Full
I'm
plate,
off to
ready to
battle.
march to
Yeah.
war, full plate kind of stuff.
like
Hey,
chainmail,
breastplate's just the chest.
Okay,
yeah, but
sorry.
it's still
Oh, and ogre gauntlets.
and your ogre gauntlets and
Does that mean I have to take those off?
yeah, but you as
Probably.
long as you have touched them in the last 24 hours, you don't unattune from
So-
them.
I know.
Zag greedily reaches towards them, remembering the one moment of power.
Oh man.
We don't
Go
even
ahead,
have
Rona.
like little adventures, like knapsacks we can keep them in with us, right?
Got
Just
a bag
think-
of holding.
If we get into trouble, that's gonna
10
take a
minutes,
minute
suit
to
up.
get stuff out.
Can you
Well,
guys
it's
just
gonna
wait
take
for 10
to
minutes,
put on
please?
heavy armor anyway, right?
Yeah.
Takes a
And what
while.
if a dragon attacks while walking around in no armor?
Run.
To be fair,
Yeah.
dragons sometimes ignore armor in that they they slice right through it
Breathe
anyway.
poison.
Yeah, with
well,
poison
I have
also.
Misty Step,
we're
so
not-
bye, y'all.
I thought we were just hoping that a dragon wouldn't attack. Because, I mean, what are we really going to do? I mean, we can fight it, but if it comes to attack the town, then that's a
can
big
run.
dragon, right? If it's, yeah, we can. I would run, I think. Depending on how big the
What
dragon
plus we have?
I
our
prefer to
monk
call it
friend.
a fighting retreat, but
Well, we
Our
did
backs
take
to it,
on a
right, Zag?
dragon.
yep.
The Order of the Winged Beast is still with us, correct? They're not with us immediately, but they're in Greenest with us also, right?
Yes.
Okay,
So they're here. Okay, so that's a little protection, right?
that will help us.
You did okay with those air elementals. I'm sure they can hold it off while we get dressed.
Okay, well, I will go down to, I guess, just common clothes.
That's what
Are-
Thoroughly's now
so-
wearing.
Change my armor class, or did I do that?
You can if you want. I will say that. Yeah, like if a fight arises, we can deal with it then. But
And it's at this point, Dandy, that I would ask you for a dagger, so it can be concealed.
I
Okay,
want you
I
to
got it.
know I want it to be marked down that I think this is a bad idea, but I won't be the one that we're going to get spotted for. So Rona takes off her, shoves it in the bag of holding.
Oh,
Yeah, there'd be room for all of this stuff in the bag of holding, right?
For sure.
Okay,
We have plenty of room in there as far as I know.
I just have an off-the-cuff idea, all right, guys? How about this? Dorili and Rona, you guys are a newly married couple, honeymooning in Green Nest, and I am your son that you had out of wedlock. I've got a great little boy impression, I swear, and I've got a disguise for it and everything.
Here's the one problem with that. Neither Thorili nor I are very good at acting, so
I'm
You
good
would
enough for
have-
both of you. Don't worry. Look at this. La da 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 da. I'm a little boy, and I'm gonna skip around the room.
I believe
and
him.
stuff.
I believe him. I don't believe us.
Quick DM question: would pass without a trace make us like disappear or just inconspicuous kind of thing? Would that work both ways?
yeah, I mean, yeah, like there are several ways to be stealthy. One of them is to blend into a crowd.
Okay, so I also learned a thing or two about blending in, maybe not in towns, but I'm sure it'll translate pretty well for the
yeah.
entire group.
Could do that too.
DM question.
Yes.
What would my AC be without the armor? Because I'm pretty sure it's not 19.
It's what, like 10 plus your dex?
So 9.
Oh god.
So
Oh
9.
god, yeah. Yep,
Yeah.
we're going down, guys. This is how it ends.
You lose 3 for the shield and then 6 for your armor, right? And then -1 for your dex.
-2.
Oh no way.
Oh, so
Yeah.
it would be 8.
Oh no.
Okay.
I don't think we should take our armor off, you guys.
I could
I
just
really don't either.
make us less conspicuous.
Can't you change us into, I don't know, like gerbils or something?
Not quite yet. I've
All
heard rumor of druids who can transform others, but I don't have that ability.
You've
What's the
got
worst that
it.
We run.
I mean, we could be any group of adventurers, you know? Like we're not necessarily Thorili's friends
But
in this narrative that
It's
we've
not
made.
me. It's the
Yeah,
fact
what-
that
We'll
asking
draw
questions
attention.
about this as outsiders
Yeah.
or well, traveling adventurers is not going to be
Oh.
helpful.
All right, well, just be aware, all of you who can cast healing spells, just have them prepared and we'll run like hell. Yes.
Sounds good.
That's
Got
the
it.
new plan.
Just so I know, this isn't a town of just straight like murderers and barbarians. There's a judicial system here, right? If you were to be captured, really, would you go to trial or would it be
One would hope.
straight execution?
They've been
One
harboring
would-
a lot of
one
anger.
would hope about a trial,
Do you think?
but we
for-
don't exactly have much of a fence.
That's true.
Yet.
That brings up the next problem, that we are trying to prove your innocence for a crime that was committed how many years ago? 50?
Yep.
Are you saying we're going to have a trial and prove him innocent in a court of law? Because that'd be funny.
We could try. I just
Dan,
None of you have the charisma to pull that off.
We just
Not
charm the
little
judge.
nobody.
We just charm the
Well,
judge.
Charm the judge.
It's fine, right? I have a high DC.
I am
We'll
an
just keep
excellent
casting
lawyer
it till it works.
Yep.
if the
you do-
glove does not fit. If the undergauntlets do not fit.
You do watch as Dandy's impression of a small child is extremely believable. Like, you for a minute, you're like, where's the really? and now this child has replaced Dandy.
Okay, so that's not a bad idea. I kind of like that. We need a story to tell people regardless. You two are either, you don't have to be husband and wife, you could just be traveling the sites, sightseeing. Me and Halik are your guides and bodyguards as well.
Yes.
I like
Love
that.
it.
And this can be either, one of your children, or he can be, somebody we I don't know, something like a cousin. Nephew, yeah, thank you, nephew, or niece if you're going that route, Dandy. But
No, my name is Tad.
Tad, sorry, oh yes, Tad, I forgot.
How old are you, Tad?
And I hold up 7
This many.
fingers.
Yes.
This many.
So adorable.
All right, are we
Yes.
sleuthing tonight? Are we
I don't
sleuthing
know.
at all?
Here's the thing, also, is
How long has
Dandy's-
all this taken?
Not long. You're
Oh, okay.
about as long as you've discussed it. You do look like, Dandy's like taken down your braid and mohawk and like somehow made your hair so it looks like a like perfectly round, like long bowl cut, and everyone like
jeez.
kind of like you look like
Like a nerd. You look like a nerd.
No, you just look like very scholarly, and you do not look like you're a member of the Greenest dwarves, which, like, if you did look like you were from Greenest,
They
would
recognize
stick
you.
out because
Yeah.
you clearly aren't. You're trying not to be, but
Okay.
yeah.
What's your name, really? What's your alias?
Thought of one.
These are the kind of things we need if we're gonna be undercover. We need to let's see. Gonna find a good dwarven name for you.
Seamus.
Ooh, that's good.
That's pretty good.
Okay. I was gonna go with something Norse, but Seamus works.
Seamus Craghammer.
I like it. Craig.
Growlmus, Balrus, Jeroni. Jeroni's my fan favorite.
I do have a whole list of dwarf names if you would like them. But
What a Jeroni.
I can rock the
Guys,
Seamus.
yeah.
So
Jerome
Seamus
is
Craghammer.
my favorite
Or
one.
Craghammer,
Seamus?
Johnny Craghammer.
Johnny Craghammer.
Oh my
I love that.
That's like New York. That's like the New York.
How about so I'm a little big to be a dwarven boy, so maybe I'm your apprentice or something, and you're teaching me your scholarly ways. And
Perfect.
all right, my name is
I'm sure we're
Tad
smart enough.
Copplepot.
Cobblepot. Oh god.
Tad Cup and Seamus. All right. Anybody else going under an assumed identity here, or is that all the names I've got to remember?
I'm gonna be Halik.
Yeah, I'll just.
Excellent.
I'll be myself as well.
All right. I'm all right.
What was your
Oh,
last
Lord.
name? Tad.
Cobblepot.
I put it in chat.
Oh, there it is.
Halik is just like writing in a notebook, like taking all these notes out. I'm like, I'm gonna fuck this up for sure. Like,
The less talking we have to do, the better.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
And I'll
All
turn
right.
to Thrilly and ask, what's our next move?
Oh, I can talk now still though.
Yeah, not until
Oh,
we meet.
yeah, yes, not yet, until we're in public.
I have no idea.
Are you guys gonna do fake voices?
No, the one I got's pretty good.
Agreed.
I was thinking I would be Swedish. Does that sound good? Do I have a good Swedish accent?
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that north of,
Yes,
anyways.
north, far north.
Yeah. So, shall we go over what we know so far and decide where we want to go next?
Yes.
Thrilly? What do we know so
Also-
far?
Also, we need to build Thorilly's case.
Well, we have to
Because
get
I
the
feel like
evidence.
every-
also.
I honestly have no idea where to start. DM, would I have
Maybe-
come up with any theories in the last 5 decades?
Would you have?
Or
You
like
had
an
50 years to
alibi
plan
or
this.
something.
Well, we did
I-
learn last time that it was an inside job, right? And that it happened in between time that Thorilli saw her, and then when he left.
It was the night after I saw her.
Oh well, that because I thought they said they saw you running away from on the same night. I
No.
took that down wrong. Okay,
He ran away town, but not the location of the crime.
gotcha.
So out of character, you were sweet on her, but she's a lord or lady,
Yep.
and you were framed for you showed up with her one night, and then she was also murdered on that same night.
No, she was murdered the next night.
Oh, okay.
And he was.
I was sneaking in to talk to her because I was common folk, but I never did the night before.
Okay.
And I was known for, pranks, etc.
Well,
Always have had low charisma type things, so
Here's a thought. What if we were to go back to that place and talk to her family and see what's gone on? We can, obviously not all of us have to approach at once, and see, what other options could have happened in that time. Because we know it's not thoroughly, but we need more information about what happened.
I agree, but that seems like the top of the totem pole. We're going to go to the lords and ladies and ask them about the murder of their daughter. I mean, I agree, it's a good source of info, but that's going to make us look super
High on the radar.
suspicious.
Okay, so let's work our way down.
There's a library with some newspaper records or something.
Some newspaper
Yeah.
cutouts.
We need to find like an old dusty book because this was 50 years ago. That's like
A lifetime.
Yeah. But it was
Yeah.
big news. It was a big deal. I'm sure
That's
it was very formative for
they've
Greenus.
never forgotten, right? Because they still hang flowers on their doors, right?
Do we? Wait.
Yeah.
I thought they did.
As you
Ooh.
were coming in, you saw like wreaths, like black, like it looks like the town is still in mourning.
Did we see one of those at the tavern? Or we can just ask. Well, we got all of our information, I guess, from
That's what I was thinking.
Ina.
Is we could just ask somebody who had, like somebody who's outside. What is it with all the black? If we're really adventurers here,
well, we're new here, so we could ask what it's for and then go from there in our line of
Okay.
questioning.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right. Shall I?
right? Who's leading this parade?
I'll make us inconspicuous, so don't be surprised if they are taken aback by your sudden appearance in their attention.
Oh, I don't want to be hidden. I don't think it's a good idea.
Well, it's not
Sneak
like
around.
a sneak around town kind of deal. It's like a don't draw attention kind of deal.
Can we just pick a random establishment and knock on the door?
Or a passerby.
Do you
Yeah, I think
know
that's-
anybody other than these people that are friendly with you that might have any information? Do you have an alias for the night which she was murdered? Anybody you were with?
Any
No.
other relatives besides your parents?
I'm just gonna name some places that you would know.
Okay.
There is a temple to Shantia. There's like a town hall where people hang out. There is there's a mill where they grind flour, and there are various like shops and businesses. Not many, but equipment, armor, that sort of thing.
About how big of a town is this, like by population? Curiosity.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Thank you. About 200.
So 5
Okay.
Phandalins.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's
Well-
like really spread out. It's like way more spread out than
Right.
Phandalin, but
Okay.
2.5 now that Halix family
Right,
showed up.
exactly.
Yeah.
We got to start somewhere. If we're not starting with your parents, anywhere is good
Town
as the
hall?
next.
I think town hall's pretty good. Why don't we start
They
there?
might have some records there as well. can see what they said about me.
Cool.
All right.
So are we doing it, and are we getting a speech today, or no? We still have our speech today. Just kidding.
Yeah, you still have your speech and your 7 extra hit points. So, just so we're clear, we're not wearing armor.
Just you and Thrilly.
All right. So,
You could also be a bodyguard if you wanted to, and Thrilly and his apprentice could have hired us all.
I'm not that rich.
Well, nobody knows that.
But I am. The Goblins are a rich family.
It's up to you. The story is negligible to me.
I think it'll draw more attention, as low as I am to say it. Let's just try it this way first. Hopefully, nothing bad happens.
So
if
at
not, we do Zag's fighting retreat.
Yes, yeah, fighting retreat.
Sounds good. All right. If things are going south, is there something, a phrase or something that we ought to say in case?
Boggle is what my dad used to say when things were going wrong.
Boggle. All right. If anything seems like it's going downhill fast, Boggle will be our retreat word. Are we all agreed?
Agreed.
All right. Boggle it is.
One more question. Was there any strange circumstance around her death? Should I be looking for somebody? Was she just, I know this is personal for you, Thorili, and you're probably pretty upset about it, but was it a smashing? Was it slashing? Was her room snuck into? Do you know any of these things?
How much would I actually know?
I mean, you've the details you've thought over and over again. But it was kind of like a witch hunt. As soon as they heard that there really was there the night before, they just honed in on him.
So I got no information.
I'm 90% sure it's been mentioned before that it was a bloody kill.
Yeah, it was, and it was gruesome. It was not by an animal. It was like a sick and twisted murder.
Okay, so it's not like anything I would probably think that would be roguish, like an assassination attempt or something. It wasn't like a clean kill. It was just like a
It was like a brutal murder.
Savage, but not precise.
Yeah.
Just a little information about who we might be looking for, I guess.
Yeah.
Did you say? And
it's okay. Go ahead.
don't remember. I'm sorry. Did you say she was in pieces?
Yeah, it was I mean, I just it was just really.
She was
gross
real
and
bad.
Okay.
Real bad.
horrible, and it was not something where it was definitely someone wanted to really make a statement or something. It was
personal.
And overkill, if you will.
So we need somebody knew them. They had some enemies. Well,
and she was known as, and I'm not sure if you guys remember from last, but she was known as not just this popular person, but a genuinely nice dwarf and kind to people. So it was extremely upsetting when it happened.
All right. Yeah. So shall we begin
Town hall it is.
Town hall walk? So I'll cast Pass Without a Trace. It'll give us an hour of cover. I can use it a couple more times. The way I want this to sort of be used is it sort of makes us obscures our faces, makes us sort of very common, oh, I would pay them no mind kind of deal here. Not necessarily skulking in the shadows, need to be stealthy kind of stuff.
Yeah. Let's see.
I'll actually put the. There you go.
Thank you. And if everyone wants to roll, just everyone roll charisma checks, just straight charisma.
Oh God.
I'm decent at that.
You should have decent charisma. That's your
Yeah.
spellcasting modifier.
I have decent charisma. I have terrible rolling ability.
19.
All right.
6.
Oh. All right. So I'm adding 10 to each of these, and that's kind of like the DC of
Spot checks
How-
for them. Yeah.
of like
Oh boy.
you sticking out
Yeah, I think that's a
and
good
them
call.
noticing you.
God.
Oh my God, the negative.
really- I know.
But actually, you get advantage because you are in a disguise.
So roll higher than the 8 that was rolled.
Please, please.
Hopefully.
Oh.
Oh my God.
Oh, wait. That's terrible.
We have no
Where's the one
intelligence
I
and we
rolled?
have no like charisma in our party.
No.
We're a bunch of lunkheads.
We need Varys.
Yeah, for real.
Do you?
Does anyone?
We'll reintroduce him as a wyvern slayer at some point in the campaign. I'm sure.
a wyvern slain.
Oh right, sorry. Come back with a giant scar.
Wait, who's Varys? You guys aren't talking about Game of Thrones. What are you talking about?
Oh,
whole
Oh
group.
yeah, no.
That-
Okay.
My
Not-
character that got killed within the first 2 hours of playing him.
Oh, that's the one. Oh.
He was very smart.
I still feel bad. But-
I think it's great.
He was amazing.
Oh no.
Weren't they really?
You should see his new character. I hate her.
Oh no.
Calls me a nerd all the time, makes me cry. So yeah, we're sneaking to the town hall.
All right. Okay, so there really is. We'll see. Danny can roll when he gets back.
It'll be better than a 5.
Yeah.
Or a 0.
Or a
I wish that
0.
was- yeah.
So yeah, with the pass without a trace, that's like kind of where.
Would you have Blessings of the Trickster help us here? He already
For
had advantage
stealth.
anyway. It didn't matter. it
Yeah.
didn't matter.
So let's see. Yeah, you are. As far as you all know, like no one really, like stopping you there, and you do look around, and there are a few like non-dwarf people. But it's a pretty friendly place. Everyone's people wave, but don't like stop and inquire about you. The town hall is actually a former keep. It's up here.
Oh,
It's
okay.
up on a hill.
That's a big old.
Yeah.
That's where the Lord used to live, right?
Mm-mm.
They live in
No.
the southeast.
Oh, okay.
Oh no. I haven't told you guys where.
Oh, really? Oh, sorry. That's
yeah.
just I assumed because it was a bigger house.
Yeah. It's Oh,
You
go
wanted
ahead.
me to roll a charisma, or would it be deception?
Just charisma, just a straight charisma. Because Zag cast pass without a trace. I'm kind of just seeing how well you guys blend in with pass without a trace.
Not good.
I know it's-
Not good.
Yeah, no.
But I do have my super nice disguise on.
Yeah. Oh, you can roll with advantage since you have a disguise. Thorelli also got advantage, but he rolled a 0.
Amazing. Amazing.
All right.
All
Two
right.
of us are a
12.
little higher.
All right.
Wow.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, so yeah, you guys really blend in well with the scenery. You look like regular adventurers, but more importantly, Thorelli's not sticking out. You guys are able to kind of just look normal. You don't run into any other adventuring parties, but you make your way up to it used to be like a former keep. Thorelli probably tells you for like king way back when, but then he decided to move, and you made it the town hall, and blah blah blah. And there are a couple older dwarves in there, and there's an assistant at the front desk, like a young blonde dwarf. He's very neat and tidy, and his beard is long. All the dwarves in this area have long beards that are well kept or braided, and he's just standing there, like looking through a book, reading.
I'll nudge Dandy and Rona forward.
Me? What are you nudging me for?
Me? I'm just a little boy.
Okay, fine. I'll walk forward then. Oh, I as a little boy, it wouldn't make much sense to talk. Sure.
What is this room? What's happening in this room besides a little boy? Like, are there like books on the shelves or like?
Yeah, there's like an area with some books. It says like town history.
Oh, I was about to go.
It's not like a library, but there's also like some old dwarves playing a card game. So it's also sort of like a community center slash town hall. There's a pair of spiral staircases on one side that Thrilly can tell you is the town master lives above. Or works out of there, doesn't live there.
We should do something like this with the Way of Echo Cave. This is very nice.
The what?
Little community center.
Yeah. That would be cool. So if Rona doesn't walk up, I will approach.
Oh, hello.
Hey, and well met. We're new in town, and my employer is very fond of exploring the sites and knowing the people of the area, and we're wondering if you could tell me so I could tell them exactly what sites there are to see around and any big events. Also, I noticed some strange black wreaths on everyone's doors. What might those be about?
Well, isn't that just the sweetest thing that you have come down to little old Greenest to learn about our history? You know, history is one of the most important things and he goes on and on, like a very long speech about what history means and the importance of carrying on tradition. Just as you think that you might as well just walk away, he says, now, Greenest has many sites. We have a temple of Shantia in the southeast corner. We aren't that far from Baldur's Gate if you need somewheres. And as far as those black wreaths go, I beg of you to respect the dead. They symbolize a tragedy that happened nearly 5 decades ago, and I'm sorry, but a little dwarf woman lost her life. And we remember her by these wreaths, as she would have carried on and had a legacy that would have touched the gods themselves.
That's terrible. What happened? I'd love to share this love for her to other towns we travel to, and other places.
Looks down and says, honey, you don't want to know what happened to her. It's not something the people should talk about. That kind of pain, no one should know. It's one thing to lose your life fighting bravely for what you stand for, another to kill an innocent in their bed.
My eyes I'll like lower my head and say, she was killed in her own bed. That's horrible. Where did this happen? That's crazy.
In her bedroom, in the manor. And
does he tell me where the manor is, or did he already tell me where the manor was?
Well, he just is in in the Lord's Manor.
Okay, so it's probably pretty common knowledge.
It's abandoned now. They packed up and left when her killer ran like a coward the next night.
I step up and I say, "So it's been abandoned for that long?"
Yes, sir. Would you want to live at a home where your only child was slain?
Well, no, I suppose not.
They left. They went back to Baldur's Gate. They thought that they would shine down on Greenest and bring it some of their light, and Greenest took their light. It's a tragedy in our town's history, and now let me tell you a little bit about the things that Greenest does offer now. That was 50 years ago, and he goes on and on to talk about like his festival and blah blah blah, Shantia.
I pull on Thorilli's shirt and I go, "Mr. Craghammer, you said this was only going to take a minute. When are we getting a tour of the entire town?"
I'll turn back to him and say, I'm so
working
sorry.
on it.
Our charge is getting a little bit impatient. I'll have to come back, and you can bequeath your knowledge to me at a later time. Thank you so much for your help. I will be
no
sure
problem.
to share, and I'll put like 2 silver on the table.
No, thank you. I'm not the help.
Excellent. I'll keep the silver, and I will turn and I will walk away.
He looks pretty offended.
Oh
Sorry.
no.
It looked like he was at his job. My bad.
Yeah. Yeah. He goes back to the book he was reading, and he says, "You have a nice time in Greece, and if you need anything, just come back here."
Thank you. We will, and I will impart all of this knowledge and suggest that we go to the abandoned manor for clues.
Yeah.
Yep, that sounds like a good
I
idea.
say this outside when we're walking away from this place and away from people.
Yeah. Let's CSI this shit.
The forensic evidence may still be relevant today. And
All right.
I'll make sure to look to Thorilli for approval.
So you're going to the abandoned manor. All right. So,
Should we wait for night to do this?
We're seeing the sights, right?
Okay. Yeah, I guess it doesn't hurt to just wander around but I mean, if we're gonna snoop around, I think we should wait until the cover of night.
How long did our good friend drone on to me? Like
maybe like
10
you
minutes,
maybe talk
15.
to him for like half an hour.
Okay, cool.
Max. And like Rona,
That's
other
more
than
than enough time for a child to get
Very impatient.
bored.
Yeah.
and he was like very colorful language, very like loves to hear himself talk like that.
Mhm. So it's probably still just past mid-afternoon kind of thing.
Probably like 4-ish, 5. Like it's gonna be dinner soon. Yeah, and it's like the sun is hanging. I'm just trying to think, like starting to, like get a little darker, like dusky kind of time.
Dinner?
Yeah. So yeah, you walk up and down the streets. Not up and down, but you're going one place. You take the same path, and you pass like some of the homes. You pass some shops, like the stables, which are right here. Oh wait, no. So you don't pass them. I don't know who said that. And you see a long road that like is off the walking path. You see a large like an old stable like right here, that you can guess or maybe like where the servants kept like the carriages and stuff to prepare. You see old you see old shops, or I'm sorry, an old God, what's this called? Servants like home, and then you see this manor. Like as you look down the street, there's an overgrown tree on one side, and the roof is caving in to this place. It has been abandoned for many years.
While we are approaching, I found a stick on the ground that's like pretty big for my size, and I'm swinging it around, and I'm going, "Look, Rhoda, it's me. I'm Halek," and I'm swinging and smashing the ground with the stick.
So cute.
Rona can't help but smile and laugh at what he's doing.
Can I percept to see if there's any people around?
What's your passive perception?
18.
Ridiculous.
I know. Yeah, there are people living in homes around this area, though. Like many of the houses are like structures are abandoned. There are enough people, and you are in a place where, if you continue down this road, you begin to feel you may cause suspicion if you
Draw a few eyes.
try and get closer.
I could go scout a little on my own and travel in stealth if you guys want, and then this way I won't draw any attention to myself, and I can go get a closer look.
How about we have a picnic? Dinner picnic.
Okay.
Well, I mean, like,
All
while
right.
you scout, like, you go scout,
Oh,
we have a
okay.
picnic. I didn't mean, like, everybody sit down, let's just eat together. Like, no.
Now
Sorry,
is a
while
good time.
Halek goes out, I pretend like you're scouting the area for danger, and then, we're sitting there eating food and just hanging out.
So you're sitting like by the side of the road.
Yeah, my thought was like, oh, we'll walk out into the field a little bit over here, make sure we're not on anybody's property or something like that.
As you go further down that road, you do notice that someone has stopped and is watching.
Okay, so
All
we're at where the square is right now. Okay.
Yeah, and as you go closer, you do see that someone like leaves their house to see what's going on.
Okay, cool.
It is a small town after all, and there's not much to do.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
Oh, so we are here, yeah,
Yeah.
and this is the manor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right.
And I would say anything south of this road is like there's still people in it. And then like right here and right here, there's still people that live there.
Okay.
Like, yeah, don't get too caught up in the map, but
Cool. So I'll
So
sort
did
of
people see me before I decided that I was gonna go off on my own stealthily?
well, as you guys were standing there for a little bit and discussing this, you
Okay.
notice that like Zag notices that there is someone who like leaves their house and is like not so casually looking at you. Like think old people like in the city, like just
so I'll sort of like loud I don't even know, not loudly, but I'll like start remarking about like dwarven architecture and city planning, I guess. And
I pull out a map that I was of the town, or a piece of paper
Yeah.
that I'm maybe pretending is a map, and I look around like that. I'm like, oh, look, they have a temple of Shantea here. That's interesting.
And yeah, I'll sort of nudge the group to turn around and
Yeah,
towards
and we
the
sort
inn.
of- yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, Rona was already started.
as the five of you all turn around in unison, casually turn around, you see like an old dwarf with a cane, and he like kind of his back is like a little bit over, and he's lost.
No, our boy just wanted to keep.
That ain't
I heard that a spooky old lady lives there. There's a ghost there of somebody who died a long time ago.
I love
say
it.
All right.
They say the place is haunted, or that's what I heard. I just wanted to come see it.
That's enough, Tad.
Okay, I think I see some flowers over there. I'm gonna go see about those.
Sorry we troubled you.
You leave that keep to rest.
Will do. Thank you again. Rona's just gonna walk after.
He
It's a perceptive old
watches
man.
that. I mean, like he's
He was-
just like
Yeah.
grumpy and watching you, like
Cool.
wander around.
So nighttime it is. No.
Get off my property.
I bet he goes to bed in like an hour. We'll be safe then.
I was
Also,
actually just thinking that.
There's this little path behind the house, which I guess I wouldn't know that it's there.
Yeah, you see that.
Yeah, he was probably sitting in his rocking chair on his porch.
So yeah, I suggest we go back to the inn, have a nice dinner, appear normal, and then head out at night.
Yeah, I like that plan. Also, I think maybe we should have the most stealthy among us kind of move ahead. And
Yeah.
me and Thorilli will kind of just hang back until you guys. Oh, what's the accent? Until you guys see okay.
Yeah, I'm happy to walk in front.
I think probably Dandy too is good
Yeah.
at.
Yeah, of course. Let me know.
I don't know about Zag. Is he? Are you super stealth mode?
Only when I rely on nature, not so much on my own.
You turn into
For dinner,
something,
Thrilly's
right?
gonna take his up to the room and basically put his breastplate back on. For going out at night, he wants to actually be armored.
Might be
Yeah,
good call.
Rona's gonna follow him up and take her armor back from him and ask him, "How are you doing?"
Sorry, just a second.
Are you talking to me? I'm sorry.
He's talking.
Uh,
to
He said just a second.
Yeah, but yeah. Thoughts on whether we should be? Should
So far, so good, but I'm just happy that I haven't been noticed elsewhere.
Me too. I'm really worried for you. I think if I know us as well as I do, or I think I do, I think this will all turn out for the better. It's hard to see now, but for you if you need. And she's gonna like take her armor from the bag and give him a hug and walk downstairs. And if you want an ale, I'll have one waiting for you. And
I'll be down shortly.
all right.
Ina's at the bar. She's doesn't recognize Dandy. Looks and says, "Oh, yeah, you've acquired a small child. I see.
I'm gonna jump up on one of the stools and just do that like leg kicking thing where my legs aren't touching anything. I'm thirsty.
All right. You got some Taps Ale and I guess water's the new thing to drink as well."
It's new in town. That's okay. It's interesting.
Very interesting. I want apple juice.
That's silly. Give him an ale. He's old enough.
Needs
Yeah,
to
we
grow
don't.
strong.
Yeah.
We don't grow apples in this town. Son, here's a ale.
Here, just water that ale down a little bit. He'll be just fine.
All right.
Well, it is a dwarvish town.
Yeah.
That's true.
Is there any?
Really, we
other...
get back down like 15, 20 minutes later.
Yeah.
And
Go ahead, Ron.
I want to have ordered an ale for him ready. So I don't know how much an ale for the. Actually, I would buy everybody around.
This place isn't busy, is it?
Let's see. So you guys got there about right now it's not busy. It's just the three of you. The three NPCs are Ina, Escobert, who is passed out on the bar, and their father
Okay.
behind the counter.
Cool. So everybody's already encountered. That's fine. Okay, cool.
You do not know how friendly the father is. Just like
Okay, so I'll maybe bring the food up to Thrilly and stay in his room, or we all go up to our room and rest for a little bit. Yeah, I'll intercept Thrilly. He's coming down the stairs. We don't know how friendly their father is, so we can eat
He
down.
was here earlier.
Right. He might
No
not
one's
be.
recognized me yet.
All right. Yeah, it's your
Andy.
call. But I'll hand you your plate of food and follow you either up or down.
I'll head back down.
Cool. So I'll follow.
as your dinner lingers on, there do start to be some people coming in, just some men and women who have come in from the mines. They have like pickaxes and all sit down and keep to themselves mostly. None of them really talk to you. They're all like talking amongst themselves about the latest, I don't know, kill. What do they do? I don't know.
Latest
mining.
haul.
Mining?
Latest haul.
Mining. And yeah, and order a couple ales before they even begin talking to each other.
Can I, do we overhear anything, or is there anything in particular anybody says that sparks an interest?
You can roll perception.
Hopefully it doesn't. Nope.
You just hear in Dwarvish, everything in Dwarvish, just like, yeah, it's good. Pay could be better. This ale is very watered down already. These ash helms don't know what they're doing, but nothing more than that.
Yeah, can I listen? Is this so? Did we learn that this is like the anniversary of the killing?
Mm-mm.
They just always have the wreaths up. Okay, I was thinking they might be talking about it, but I guess not. Yeah, I'll basically just make sure nobody's listening or taking interest in the group.
All right. Where'd the really go? Oh,
I'm back.
Oh, there he is.
He never
I'm always
left.
listening.
Always listening.
All right. Would anyone like to do anything?
Oh, how close is
didn't
Dandy,
drink.
who's playing my child?
Where is Dandy? Still on the table?
No, I think he was sitting at the bar, so I would have sat with him and ordered everybody a beer and sat. But I just don't know if he got up or.
No, I've just been chilling down there, I guess.
All right, so I'm going to lean in close to Dandy and say, do you think maybe if you wandered around a little bit, you could hear something better than us?
Maybe.
Do you have to go
Around
to
where?
the bathroom? To the bathroom. Maybe I should take you back.
Sure.
So Rona's going to look to the bartender and say, "Excuse me, do you have a little man's room? He has to go wee."
It's outside with all the others.
Oh, great. Thank you.
I'm
Sorry,
not sure I'll make it.
it's medieval times.
Are we at, like, do we have to walk through the room to get back out, or is the bar close to the exit?
There are two exits. There's one like she points one that is close to the back, and she says, if he's in a hurry, you could use the back one. I understand how the little ones have small bladders," and she winks at you, and she, basically offers you the back door.
Oh, great. Thank you. And can we walk back that way and see?
See,
Like,
what?
is he able to, like, navigate through the crowd as we do?
Yeah. There's just like we'll say that there are like 5. And there are now 2 more patrons that come in and sit at the bar. So yeah, he can definitely go through there. Yes.
I'll give him a listen Can I hear anything? Did you want me to go outside and walk around the town, or just in this area?
What I'm thinking is if you can just like navigate through and just see if you can hear anything, and then when we come back, you can kind of like break off from me as if you're misbehaving, and then I can follow you and we can make a little bit more of a pattern.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. I could do that. Should I roll anything?
Roll a perception, and you will have to roll a stealth, Rona, for explaining the plan.
2 seconds. Popcorn and stealth. Oh, please work. Oh, nope. Wow, that's just brutal.
Yeah, you say it a little bit like room, like at the room
Just screaming it.
volume.
Did
Yeah, you don't...
did pass without trace wear off? I'm assuming it's after an hour.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
She's being obvious about it. Do I notice?
She's like saying, she's like, maybe you can, maybe we'll just go. And she's just kind of like explaining it, but not like pretty loudly.
Okay, I grab my flagon of ale and I go, uh-oh, and I splash it all over my pants, and I really loudly go, oh no, and I just rush through the back of the crowd. Do I hear anything as I pass through?
No, they all get quiet when they see a small child, presumably urinating.
Don't look at me.
I love this.
Hey, what's Halek doing?
Halek is sitting at the bar and just trying to listen for conversation, and just sort of like trying to sort of zone in.
Roll perception.
Okay.
And is Zach doing the same thing?
Yeah. I didn't realize.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you can also roll perception. Basically, Rona and Danny missed out on conversation because of their...
Because I'm terrible. I'm sorry.
19.
So Zach, you do hear a little bit. You hear like kind of talking about the monks. Like, it's a little weird to have 8 strangers show up in the same uniform. Yeah, like, don't like the look of them. Their horses were big. Yeah, real big. Like, those are small people. They need horses that big. And hey, like, you hear you don't hear anything like really about the murder, because it is 50 years old and people don't talk about it daily.
Yeah.
But you do hear someone talk about, like, yeah, the shame what happened in Candlekeep. Yeah, it's pretty much level to the ground now. Yeah, not came out of nowhere. Hundreds died. Those Cult of the Dragon, they aren't fucking around.
Do I know where Candlekeep is? Can I roll something for that?
I don't even know where it is. Let me just double check.
Okay. Well, presumably a dragon just destroyed a town. Okay.
They mention another one, Burdusk. Like, my friend wrote to me, Burdusk, took it. They are, like, so he's talking about Burdusk, like, and how some of his family were gone, and you find it's only a few, like, maybe a day's journey from Greenest.
Okay.
And you're not sure where Candlekeep is, but
okay. But Burdusk was attacked by. Do I hear them say what type of dragons?
They just say it was. Oh, and I'm sorry, Candlekeep's about the same area, or not
Okay.
the same area, but it's south. Like they're talking about like southern cities. And yeah, they don't say what color. They just keep talking about this, and how they've been wiping out villages of 300 or 400 people.
Right. Okay.
Damn.
Yeah, they say, do you think Greenest would survive that? Let's not think about that. We've seen enough pain. Yeah. That's all you hear.
Can you describe these people that are talking?
They're dwarves. No.
Okay.
It's two, like they're two, like maybe, like older than Thurili and Rona.
Right.
They have like dirty faces from mining, and like lights. I guess they wouldn't have lights on their head.
Okay.
And like their tools are on the ground. They're just having an ale and eating like sausage and peppers, like just with their hands.
Right. Okay.
You take a liking to them. They kind of remind you of your family.
Yeah. So I would. All right. So just a general question about my presence in Greenest. Is it like crazy that there's a half orc walking around right now? Like, will I be received poorly or like?
You don't know.
Okay. All right.
Me and you stick out because we're tall.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you hit your head on every doorway you've gone in.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm not gonna talk to them. Okay.
Yes. All right. Rona and Dandy, what are you doing outside?
Is there any good talk around the outhouses?
You know what? You do find someone to accompany you. There is a very drunk, red-headed male dwarf who has followed you outside and is not making it to the outhouse, throwing up all over the side of it.
Interesting.
Other than that, yeah, nothing. He looks at you and says, "Hey, little boy."
Ugh.
Ew.
Weirdo.
You were here before. You're tiny. And then
No, and he's not here now. Rona's gonna grab Dandy's hand and like go back toward the door.
Okay, that was something.
I know,
for
bad
sure.
plan. I'm sorry.
Sorry, I didn't mean for it to be creepy.
So creepy.
I've got a half-orc bodyguard, okay? So if you want to get to me, you got to go through him and a half-elf, too. I'm kind of saying. He's not as intimidating.
I must be so drunk. You sound like a full-blown adult.
You are very drunk, sir. I will, I guess, just walk away. No point keeping up the act for this guy. He's not going to remember it.
Yeah, tomorrow he'll be like, "Yeah, I think I remember talking to a little boy with a man's voice."
Crazy guy.
Well,
Okay, well, that was not...
that sounds
didn't
like
work
no,
out.
it didn't work out at all. Well, it was back. We're still outside, right?
Mm-hmm.
So while we're out of earshot, drunk, I'm gonna say to him, "Well, we could try as we go back in to see if we can hear anything. But honestly, I think our best bet is just going to be checking the keep tonight."
I agree.
It's worth a shot. Thanks for your taking one for the team. She looks at his pants.
No problem. You think there's like a clothesline around here, or somebody can make a gust or something? Because these are soaked.
I wish I could help you with that. I don't do that kind of magic.
Are you back at the bar talking about this?
No, they're
No.
outside.
Okay.
The dwarf says, "Mine are soaked too." No, I'm just kidding.
Oh.
Mine are soaked.
All right, I'll rub my eyes really hard to make them red and look like I was crying, and then I'll go back into the bar.
I'll be patting his back gently, and walking with him.
Okay.
I thought I could make it. I thought
Sorry.
Oh god, it's so
you
good.
do a small I guess it's not that small. A hand does reach out to you, pat him on the back. It's one of the dwarves. Hey, look her talking. It's all right, little man. It's hard. You'll get there. Don't worry. It happens to the best of us.
Stranger danger. Where's Halek? Halek!
I just grab him sort of by the back of the shirt and I say, "I'm sorry, fellas. I'm sorry he bothered you." And I put you back at the bar.
My dad's even bigger than him. And he'll beat you up. All right, I'm all out of kid stuff.
My dad'll beat up your dad.
They just pick up their ales and go to the other side of the bar. They're like, "Oh, something's weird with this one."
Oh Lord.
All right, let's take a short. Oh wait, does anyone want to do anything before we take a short break?
I will offer to dry Danny's pants later on, not at the bar in public, but
Gust cantrip. I need that.
well, I was gonna produce flame because I don't have gust, but I can dry it out that way.
Okay. Oh, that's great. Yeah.
But yeah, that's it.
No more bar shenanigans.
I don't like drawing attention to myself in a town where Thurley could be lynched.
Exactly. And knowing my luck, I'm not gonna do anything else.
I've done absolutely nothing to help with this.
Wow, look at the ale I spilled on myself. That was
You're
great.
just enjoying being a child.
It's great. All right,
right,
switching to break.
Let's take a short break.
Okay.
Audio up, video up. Go ahead.
Hello. All right. So you guys are at the bar. Poor Dandy has poured beer all over his pants. And you guys haven't really heard much about any sort of murder, but so really, what are you doing at this point?
I'd be at the bar with them, waiting for us to head out.
All right. Okay.
I'm assuming like I can keep my back to the majority of the people while sitting at the bar. That's kind of how I'm envisioning this.
Yeah, you find a good spot where like there's like kind of a pole blocking you. You're kind of hunched over, and you do still have your disguise. And frankly, like these people are not really surprised. Like they are drinking at an inn, so they're not very surprised that they're in a place with like strangers in it. So they're not really taking a good look at any of you.
Good.
All right. What would you guys like to do?
Take a.
What time is it?
A little bit of a
Has there
rest.
been any? Yeah, has there been any time skipping?
Yeah. It's probably been a couple hours.
Okay, I'm going to regain a spell slot.
I'm going to say, "Oh, it's time for bed for you," and nudge Dandy.
I
Side.
will argue. I don't think so. It's not quite time. And I will eventually go up. And...
Pop.
Should we? I say, yeah, it's looking like time for bed for me too, and I slug Firewater back, and I like sort of from a little bit further behind follow them up to the room.
Yep, I'll go up as well.
Yeah, that's really well as well done.
But like to not like, I think we should space ourselves apart. I space myself apart so that it doesn't seem like we're all going up to the same.
Oh, smart.
Not my first rodeo.
All
All right.
You do.
I'm gonna go in Thoreli's room. So I mean, I don't know. Did we have separate rooms? I think.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna Thoreli's room and whatever room's closest, so that I can see Halek when he comes up, or the next person when they come.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
see you. I make eye contact and I'm like, okay, and then I sort of hustle over. I like look around, and is there anybody? If I look around, do I see anybody like seeing us or anything?
Nope. You managed to you each go up pretty inconspicuously. Also, these people are pretty still bent on drinking.
Yeah.
And you managed to get up there without
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So we're all
and,
up there.
Yeah, and you're the only people kind of staying in the inn. So
Right.
Yeah. You're all together. Yeah.
All right.
We wait for darkness to fall, and then we strike.
And it is nighttime. Like when you guys went out to the pot, it was nighttime.
Right.
Or the pot.
So
I was thinking privy pot. I don't know. Anyway.
the inn is right where the blue square is. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So we don't have too far to go, but I would advise let's go to sort of cut straight through in this direction and then go around the back and investigate the back way. Yeah.
We should move with cover, though. We don't want to be caught out in the open.
Yeah, that's true. But I don't want to go by all these people's houses and stuff.
Also true. There are merits and not merits to each of them.
Would so what would you say is beyond the border of this map? Just woods?
Yeah.
Okay.
If we go past the stables and then go up, it should be safer,
Yeah.
I guess, in theory.
Yeah. And then we could cut across this way for like in the woods and then come in the back.
Yeah, I like
Or
that
I
plan.
don't know that there's a thing in the back, but I would want to investigate and see if there is a back entrance.
For all
That
the
would be
sides, yeah,
my MO,
regardless.
yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I would say that since you guys didn't do this scouting like before, like around the stables and everything, you guys would have to spend the majority of your time looking for ways to go inconspicuously. So it takes you like a long time to do
Okay.
this.
Well, if I go alone, I don't want to go alone. I guess no.
I'll go with you.
Okay, I was just thinking because if I'm traveling alone, I can move stealthily at a normal pace. But yeah, let's just all try to go stealthily. I think we can do it.
Would there be a back stairwell from the second level that we could at least go down?
Actually, Thurley would know. Thurley would know all this. He's from here.
Yeah, that's true.
He hasn't been back in 50 years, but yeah, like
Yeah, that's also true.
Dang
And
it all the
he-
heck.
probably didn't tour like he was. I think there really was kind of an indoor kid. I don't think.
But he knew how to sneak into this place.
Yeah, he's stuck in here all the time.
Yeah,
All right, yeah. So
I did
guess
sneak in.
All right, you're okay. So he would kind of give you. I will say that it cuts the time in half.
Okay.
He gives you a slight idea of how he got in. Yeah.
We're all going, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
I don't want
I'll
to
put
enter
Blessing of the
that
Trickster on Rona.
alone.
Right. I would suggest, I don't know. I was just going to suggest having the stealthies move ahead of us and then us follow behind. So in case anything happened,
Yeah.
I was
We-
just
we
gonna
can have
talk.
claws.
I can't give them pass on the trace if they're ahead of us, though.
Let's just move all as a group.
Okay.
All right, let's
I'm
put-
gonna cast pass without a trace.
and Blessing of the Trickster just removes the disadvantage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't ever roll with this though with stealth.
You would if you didn't have blessing of the trickster.
Yep.
Oh. Okay.
You got that clanky pots and pans armor. Are we rolling for a stealth DM or are we?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
God.
Plus 10 though, right?
Yep, that's why we do this.
15.
23.
We rolled like butts.
Yeah. Natural 20. Hello.
Nice.
Yeah.
-2.
All right. But as far as you guys know, you are pretty far. Like you are still. Let me see.
23,
So-
13, 15, 28, 28. That's good.
So you're kind of going into the center of town and then out around the back. Is that right?
Yeah, that was our plan. Yes.
Okay. Oh, I did choose popcorn right now. Okay. So as you managed to get. All right. So you're going up that road.
Oh yeah, I've just been tracing that for a while. Just like boop.
Okay. All right. So these are actually the stables. Like they're in the center of town.
Oh, this is a house. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Um,
Zag messed that up. He saw it on the map wrong.
All right. Yeah. And what time are you guys going? About what time?
What time does What time does Greenest seem to quiet down?
You notice that the bar kind of goes quiet at about 2 a.m. There is no back entrance, like to the second floor. There's only one staircase.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fire
and
hazard.
but as you go down, you see that like the bar is closed up. All the doors are locked. The lights are off at about we'll say 2:30
Mm-hmm.
to 2 a.m.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. I guess that's when we go.
All right. You get out the door. The family does live in one part, but they have closed up for the night. You manage to sneak out and around, and pretty much everyone is like the town is dead. you pass through that area, and you don't notice anyone watching or even like a candle being lit. You over here is the graveyard. This gray patch is a small graveyard, and
Oh.
yeah.
Morbidly
And
appropriate.
you pass behind it, and it's like a beautifully kept, like it's green pastures, and you make it to the back of the keep that they had. We'll just call it a keep. It is dilapidated. It is broken down and torn. Really, the weather has gotten it.
Mhm.
When you get into the house, it smells of rotted wood, and you see like grass and trees, kind of have grown in between the floorboards. Yeah.
Well, I would have said as we're making our way like past the graveyard, I would have said, do you guys think that we should go and investigate the graveyard itself and maybe see if we can find her gravestone? Not that it would have a terrible amount of information on it, but maybe there might be some sort of clue as to what happened.
Let's start with the house.
Okay.
And I
Fair
don't
enough.
think we have a lot of time because the miners are, if they're anything like they are, start at like 4:30.
Right. Sure. Okay. So we're in the house and it smells like moldy wood.
Yeah. You see, like, wallpaper that's falling down. If like the scraps that are left. You see a nice furniture that's been toppled over. Just pretty much like a lot of stuff is left. Like they left in a hurry. And Thoroughly directs you to the second floor. The stairs begin to creak under your weight. And everyone roll a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
All right.
Actually, just what order are you going up this?
I'd be leading.
I would
Alright,
be
so,
the
yeah.
leading, bringing up
So-
the order.
I'm
Thoroughly
somewhere up front.
roll a dexterity saving throw.
Dang!
You begin to trip. The floor starts to, the stairs starts to crumble beneath you, and you manage to catch yourself and stop as the step completely caves in, like the second step.
Maybe I should go first to.
Zeg, I've seen you web people. Could you create a web that we could climb along?
It's more of a binding substance than something you could effectively walk on. It'd also be extremely sticky. So I'm gonna have to say no on that front.
So I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Can you take anybody with you when you misty step, or does it have to be just you?
Just you.
All right, guys, I can get out there, but I can't get anybody else with me.
Now the original way I would have gone would have been up the outside of the house, not through the house.
Oh,
So could I go
well.
back that way and try going up, like
tell me-
climbing up?
Okay, so how did you? Because it seems like it keeps changing. How did you see her?
I figured I got up onto her balcony, which
Like
would
a-
have been
Okay.
right,
Cool.
and then
All right. So you So you start to go up to the step, and it caves in, and you remember that you went out to the balcony, so you can go over to the outside. I assume
although
you had a ladder, or you
I've
climbed the stone.
climb the stone or a tree nearby.
Okay. You do see that the tree is still standing. It's bigger and angrier now, almost. But it is still there, leading to the balcony. And it is fully, like, it's been growing ever since.
Before I go onto the balcony, after having seen what happened to those steps, I want to do a cursory inspection of it.
Okay.
But this will turn out well. Nope.
Oh no.
It's stone. It looks like it's still stone.
Okay, I'm gonna then hop onto it.
Cast resistance.
It's fine.
Well, first, I will let you do athletics or acrobatics to climb the tree.
Oh, athletics. Definitely athletics. Brute force and
watches.
ignorance here.
As Thoroughly manages to slowly climb up the tree, slipping a couple times but catching himself, and get to the balcony. All right. He puts a foot onto the balcony stair and holds for a moment. Tries another. And it stands. Continues to stand.
All right, I will set myself up at the base of the or I'll ask Halik to give me a boost up.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Can
You
I-
got it, buddy.
Yeah, Rhoda?
Can I Misty Step? I don't know which would be the best way to do this. I wouldn't want to leave them. I wouldn't want to stay inside by myself, but I think if I Misty Step up there and try and help them through the window, like pull them as they're climbing, would probably be the best bet.
I have an idea. You Misty Step up there. I will throw you a Peachon and
Oh
a
wait,
length of
Thoroughly's
rope,
already up there.
Ooh.
Let's
and we can climb up.
Yeah.
That's a
Roll
good idea.
Hey, look, roll an
Yeah.
intelligence check.
Okay. Well, you don't think I'm smart enough to come up with that idea?
No, you do, but I'm saying you can.
I am just kidding. Here it goes. Here it comes. 10.
You think those stairs couldn't hold Thoroughly? Can this floorboard hold all of us? Can the second floor hold all of us?
The whole floor. Oh yeah.
Well, at least throw me up there. I could.
Yeah.
I could help.
I'll stay down here.
I'll hang out in the tree in case things go bad, I guess.
If you climb the tree, if you can roll a athletics or acrobatics.
Can I get assistance from someone, please?
Why don't you just turn into like a crow or something? Can't
I
you just,
don't.
like,
Yeah, I could do that. I don't know if I can actually fly yet. I haven't checked up on that. I'll do that right
it's
now.
level. I think it's level 4. I want to say it's level 4.
I send Bonchon up with you guys too to
I
help.
thought
it.
it went up to.
I think I can
got
learn
swimming first.
Yeah, swimming.
Oh,
and
that
then
could. I
flying.
could be wrong.
No.
Could be wrong.
I didn't know that was it. I turned into a crow in one of my games and I flew around. All right, so Dandy, you're able to climb the tree with ease. You do even manage a fancy little flip as you land onto the balcony, and you give a little bow and say, "It wasn't that hard," as if to say, "It wasn't that hard."
As if to say what he just said. I love it.
Rona does a little golf clap applause quietly. I have
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I have another question. I'm sorry to be a pain in the ass. I don't know if I can do this, so I'm just gonna run it past you. Under Channel Divinity, I have a spell called Nature's Wrath, where I can cause spectral vines to spring up and reach for a creature within 10 feet. And it's not a creature. I don't know if I can make it like a hammock so that it's like above the floor so that we could walk on it. Sure if use that way because it doesn't.
Let me see.
Might I also suggest our friend Dandy actually had or Tad at that time, actually had a good idea. It's making me uneasy. Does anybody able to sense for not so good things in the houses or in the areas? I'm not getting any weird nature senses, but
Hey.
While
So-
they're doing all this,
Oh, just a
Thoroughly would
second.
have actually gone in. Sorry.
Okay. All right. So first of all, for Nature's Wrath, it does say foe, so I would say that you probably can control it like a druid. Like make the hammock.
Mhm.
Yeah. So Thoroughly enters the room very slowly,
Yep.
and let me see. How much do you weigh?
Oh, that's not very nice.
never ask an
hun-
adventurer their weight.
175 pounds.
Okay.
He was skinny dwarf.
I'm only 4 feet tall.
That's fair.
You feel the the floorboard below you start to sag as you put your first foot on there. You realize that maybe the stonework, because it was stonework, was able to hold your weight. You put another foot onto the next floorboard, but you manage to find a beam, and you can catch yourself for just a moment.
Okay, so like I've got 1 foot on a beam right now.
Mhm.
I'm gonna put the other one on it because obviously I could tell like which way the floorboard was bowing. Correct.
Yeah, you
So
could tell that, like,
I know
when-
which way I know which way the beam's running.
Mhm. Or at least where your foot is not sagging, causing it to sag.
So
I'm going to inch that way until I feel if it's sagging. I should eventually be able to feel when I'm actually on top of that beam,
Mm-hmm.
and that way stay on top of the beam.
And so you make your way a little bit deeper into
Yeah, a little
the
bit
room.
further, but
Yeah.
probably not nearly as much because I don't know if there are any cross beams underneath to go off the other way. I'm kind of limited in one direction right now.
You don't get very far in before you realize that you're in her room. And you see dilapidated furniture. All right, Zach?
Yep, sorry about that. Noticing him move in, I'm going to just get a little frustrated that I'm not a good climber. I'll B-shape into a squirrel and then scamper up Halick and jump onto the tree and scamper up and then jump into the building and follow Thoroughly.
Okay.
Bonchon totally chases you.
The wolf follows me in the tree? That's
You
amazing.
turn into a squirrel and you watch Bonchon's ears go.
Oh shit.
I say it's
Roll
okay.
a-
It's okay.
Okay.
It's okay.
Roll an animal handling check. Hey,
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Ooh, buddy. I'm scared, guys. I don't want to get eaten.
On Bonchon?
Halick rolls the animal.
Right. No, I know, but I'm trying to handle Bonchon.
Yeah.
Do I do that at advantage because he's my beast
Yes.
companion? Okay,
you
thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Oh,
Alright.
thank God.
That's funny. Yeah.
Yeah, you managed to subdue Bonchon from getting excited. He does keep a very wary eye on Zag, though.
Mm-hmm.
And Zag, you are in the room now. Is Rona or Dandy doing anything?
I am inside, right? Like I got
Yeah.
in there.
You managed to get in, and you were light enough to where the floor is holding you, at least for now.
I want to be like actively like looking for anybody that's like coming up or any dangers while all this is happening.
Roll perception check.
Okay.
And Dandy, I think you were trying to say something.
I'm just looking around for any dangers or anything I could point out to everybody.
I would have tried. Oh, nice roll. I would have tried to gingerly follow Zag and Thorelie.
All right. Roll an athletics check, Rena. Hey, look. You look around, and you don't see anything. You see like a little bit of wildlife around the area, and for a moment you see in the sky a hippogriff flying in a circle with a monk on top of it in the moonlight.
Oh,
okay.
Before it lands, just like you can see with your eyes like well enough to where he's like just letting taking out for a little exercise.
Okay.
They're not anywhere by you. They would not be able to see like you. He's like very flying.
Right.
Rona, you climb. You're able to make your way up the tree very slowly. Without much.
Oh no, I did Misty Step, and I'm already.
Okay, where are you in the?
I was waiting to see what the plan was, but then we didn't do the piton and the vine because it was too heavy. So I would have seen Zach come in. So I would have gingerly like tried to follow there.
Okay. So inside the room.
Yeah.
All right.
Or just stay outside, depending on like if it watch, because I know my armor's heavy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll sort of dart in, but keep away from Thorelie. I'm also still in squirrel form, and I'll go like up on like a piece of furniture or something like that, and take a good look around to see what I see.
Yeah. Okay. Rona, you can kind of peek in, but seeing Thorelli's trouble with with barely being able to, with the wood barely being able to hold him, it doesn't seem like you risk it to go further in. Okay. So the four of you enter this room that just fills you with just an overwhelming sadness. It's hard to describe. Just entering the room changes even like the core of your feelings. It is dark. You can't. All of you have dark vision, so you see a bed, like a giant 4-poster bed, fallen and parts of it everywhere. You see blood, though the wall is wallpaper has long been gone. You see just traces of blood along the back wall where the head of the bed would have been. You see just like little things that a young woman would have, like a hairbrush, a mirror that's been cracked, and clothes, what's left of clothes that the elements haven't taken, about the floor. That's all you see so far.
I guess so.
I'm kind of stuck, or like investigating, guys.
Do you want me to go in there? Perhaps. I know this must be difficult for you.
So there's no blood spatter that we can see. They either cleaned it or it's gone.
You see like the traces of what it was once there, but it's been
Very
abandoned
faded.
for 50 years.
Very faded,
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. there was wallpaper, but you like even though it was 50 years ago, you look on the floorboards and they're
stain.
still
Yeah.
stained. Like where the bed is, the sheets still stained, and there's blood everywhere, but the body is not there.
I'm gonna scamper over furniture to furniture over towards the door and investigate the door.
Thurley's just gonna actually drop to his knees and start praying.
All right. Roll investigation.
15.
As a squirrel.
Yeah, my mental stats stay the same. Thank you very much.
All right.
He's a little squirrely.
All right. So you look at the door, and it looks like nothing has happened to it. It does look like it was. I'm trying to think, like the frame. It does look like it was like pushed in, so the door must have at one point been broken open from the outside in.
Okay, cool. No
but
boot print. I can't get a foot size. No, I'm just kidding.
There are no boot prints. There's DNA. No, I would assume that you guys.
I found
would not
multiple hairs at the scene.
All right, and Dandy, did you want to roll investigation?
Sure. Investigation. Sorry.
And just let me know where you're looking and that sort of stuff.
I'm looking, I guess, through like drawers and stuff, looking for like personal. I feel like this is wrong going through somebody's dead stuff, but looking for like a diary or a journal or something.
All right. You find like a vanity, like the vanity with the hairbrush and the congealed makeup, and you like open up the drawer of this beautifully like silver and wood, silver inlaid piece of furniture, and you see a little diary. It has a little lock on it, but it's nothing that it's like a child, like it's and it says property of Freya Shattershield.
Was that her name? I'll say her name. Freya? Really?
Yes.
Okay, I will grab that. I found what I think her journal. I guess we'll bring it back.
Yes. Cyril is kind of distracted because he's just praying to Timora for guidance, but not expecting anything.
Rona?
I don't know how much use I can be, but I'm going to look and see if there's anything in the room that I can see from my vantage point, which is right at the door frame.
All right.
Oh God, Verona, you pain in the ass.
Okay. So you look and you see just like, you're so distracted by the overwhelming sense of just a life cut short. And yeah, they're really roll a religion check.
Oh boy.
See if Tamora through the dice is listening to you.
Oh.
Maybe.
Damn.
All right.
Why on this and not other things?
This is pretty important.
Thoroughly, you feeling confident about this, like where you stand, you actually find where the cross beams fall.
Okay.
You drop to your knees and find yourself repeating the prayers that you've memorized so well, and you focus on the 50 years that you've spent alone. The desire just to talk to her, the overwhelming feeling of how kind she was. And your vision, though your eyes are closed, suddenly you see gold, and then black brick, and a red skull in blood, which you recognize as the mark of Baal, Bhaal.
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 Al.
Aal. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Bhaal. Now I can't read what I scribbled over top of it.
Really got it. Yeah. It was in fact Tamara bringing something to light, that this was the work of someone who killed out of jealousy, greed, or wrath.
Jealousy, greed, or what?
Wrath.
Wrath. Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like it would be the final one based on how it transpired. Or jealousy. Not really greed.
Yeah, I don't feel greed. So Zag will skitter back into the room and head, look around the room one last time. Probably not gather too much from it. And then skitter back down to Halik.
I cast Speak with Animals.
No, I can just I'm gonna bamf back into human form.
Okay, I don't know if you want to stay squirrel. Okay,
nope, I definitely did not.
Okay.
I'm a human.
I'm
on your shoulder, though.
Gingerly make my way out, then.
Going to see him coming and then walk back before him, so that way we're both not sitting in the same spots.
And Dandy?
I will also make my way back, but I guess since I don't have anything to worry about in this house because I'm so late, I guess I'll try and lockpick this journal. Shouldn't be too tough, right?
No,
little girls journal.
I'm thinking of the exact lock I had when I was.
That's where my mind's going.
I'm guessing it's just like a little blade screwdriver is all you need to go in and go click.
Barely. All you have to do is you get your thieves tool out, and as you're trying to handle the tools and the diary, you grab it by the lock and it opens.
Oh. That was much easier than I thought. Okay.
Awesome.
I guess I'll just I'll hop out the window then and onto the tree.
Yeah.
When I get down, I will hand over the journal immediately to Thuruli.
Okay. I'm just gonna put it in my pocket for now.
All right.
Heading home,
Actually,
I'll ask, or heading back to bed, I'll ask.
Yeah,
so
we can discuss our findings later. It's probably about that time that the miners are gonna start to wake up, so we should scurry back.
Also, yeah, go ahead.
Oh, you do
walking
hear.
back, I'm gonna actually start reading.
You do
In the
hear the
dark?
clock tower.
Oh, you have dark vision.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Chime 4 a.m. and you know that the chimes mean that it is a waking bell. For people to wake up to.
Oh, fuck that.
Roll or stealth as you're coming back. More like you're.
I was about to do that, Zag.
Okay, good.
I'm not given our rolls. I'm not messing around with no stealth.
I hate to ask this, but since I'm reading,
No, you still benefit from it.
What?
no,
Another natural 20.
no,
Wow.
no. I mean, am I
Crazy.
rolling at disadvantage because I'm reading?
Mm-mm.
Oh,
You're-
okay.
They're guiding you as you go. You know,
Okay.
like
Rona knows the stakes. Rona knows the stakes.
Oh, that's
Yes.
the wrong one, but it would be the same.
all right, that's fine. I'll take that.
Okay.
You are lucky enough to know the way that you were taking back well enough to get you back into the inn for the night. You don't think anyone saw you, and as you go into the into the first floor of the inn, you don't even hear anyone stir from the Ashhelm's side.
Sure, they were all drinking until 2 in the morning.
Yeah, they wake up in 2 hours to go to work.
They don't have to, but the miners do.
Right.
It's like only the miners are. All right. So, Thoroughly, you are reading this, and it will take you. A lot of it is very boring. Like, I mean, I don't know.
I would actually be starting at the end and working my way to the front.
All right.
Smart.
It talks about studies and the dwarf you saw her hanging around all the time with someone named Tor, Tor, Ember Axe. He was kind of a more popular guy in school, and her best friend, Vanderhild. You know her last name as Hard Braids. Sorry, I
Those
just
things
love
are
that
weapons.
last name.
Yeah, those things are weapons.
Yeah.
You gotta be careful.
And curiously, you read, she thinks she's being followed by a man by classmate with a big red beard. And that is where we'll end it for tonight.
Ah! Murder mystery.
Now we just have to kill everyone with red hair.
Well, we already
we
know
know
somebody with red
we know
hair.
someone with red hair. We're about to get wrecked. We're about to get sold the fuck out.
Single Bert
Well-
Humperdinck.
He's known as
Tom
Red.
is
He's literally known as Red. And he's the
I
one who
know.
doesn't dislike Thrilly because he knows Thrilly didn't do it.
Or it's a classic red herring.
Yeah, you know.
I think this is inconclusive. We should just give up. That's
Yeah,
what I think.
yeah. Let's just go to
I
Baldur's
will
Gate.
not have passed any of this on to you guys, though.
Yeah, no, yeah.
All right,
This
yeah.
is Zach reacting.
Holy
Oh,
moly.
I will end this stream so we can talk about other things. Thank you all for watching. We'll be back tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, more like 8:15. And we will be playing our Star Wars Fantasy Flight Games system adventure. So thank you all for stopping by, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.
Sorry, I made
Bye, guys.